Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks for watching us tonight. How the entitlement society makes America weaker. That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. I am flashing back to my school teaching days. Last night I told you the committed left is furious that people like me are telling Americans the truth, that the USA is becoming an entitlement society, and that helped President Obama win re-election. If you missed my talking points from last night, you can access it on the Fox News website. Now, why should you care about that? Well, one big reason: the entitlement culture weakens the country. First, the facts. A little more than 20 years ago, in 1991, the federal government spent 9% of the budget on means-tested entitlements, things like food stamps, housing, welfare. Now the number is 16%, almost double. In 91, individuals in 41 million American households were receiving some kind of entitlement outside of Medicare and Social Security. Now the number is an astounding 107 million Americans, an increase of 161%. Can you believe it? Even though the population has increased just 24%. 20 years ago, 23 million people received food stamps. Now 45 million people do, a record. In 92, about 3.5 million Americans were receiving federal disability payments. This month, nearly 9 million Americans are getting that federal payment. So you can see, anybody can see, that the entitlement society is exploding in America. There's no question about it. Yet liberals will deny it's happening or say it's all because of the bad economy, which is flat out false. In 1992, the black unemployment rate was 14.3%. In 2012, this year, the black unemployment rate is 14.3%, exactly the same. In Hispanic precincts, the situation is similar. So this is about a dramatic change that is overwhelming the United States of America, not economic malaise. When you have more than 100 million Americans living in a home, receiving stuff from the government, again, outside of Medicare and Social Security, you're not counting that, then you have a large dependence on the federal government. And what does that do? Well, it saps motivation. Why bust your tail when the feds will give you enough to get by? America became great because of individual self-reliance. Hardworking people took chances, suffered, created things that helped the country. Everyday Americans empowered this nation, not the federal and state governments. They're in place to protect us and to see that social order is kept, not to provide cradle-to-grave security. The Founding Fathers did not want that. The Democratic Party wants a Western European model. They want voters dependent on the government. The result? $16 trillion in debt, an awful economy, and a growing population that lacks ambition. This is a road to disaster. Perhaps President Obama will change. Surely he has to know that if he and his party continue to build up a massive nanny state, America will eventually collapse economically. And that's the truth. And that's the memo. Now for the top story tonight.